All right, I have really good news. So, you may have heard that my car wouldn't start a couple mornings ago. When I turned it on, it had like a capital T slash capital M system malfunction, visit dealer. And you couldn't like put it into neutral or drive or reverse. So, anyway, when I tried a lot of times to get it to go because I really wanted to train under Seafood Dave. And because I did that, it started going all batty and haywire and no longer said what it said when I first turned it on. Instead, it was like just blinking and flashing and beeping and making all kinds of noise. Like I got some kind of virus or something. Like, oh man, my car's like in big trouble. I thought I was gonna have to tow it to the dealer and it was gonna cost a lot of money to fix. But then I went and looked stuff up, and when I made the video yesterday, I was in the middle of waiting 10 minutes after disconnecting the little tiny 12-volt battery. And when I reconnected it, it brought me back to ground zero. I was back to the big capital T slash big capital M system malfunction or whatever it was, visit dealer. And so at least then I had something to look at. So when I put that into Google, I got a lot more information than when I just put, why won't my Leaf start, or electrical, like all kinds of crazy stuff. I tried a lot of things, but when I put that very specific thing in, the feedback kept coming back that these cars have a cheap little 12-volt battery for some reason, like because they have this big nice 24 kilowatt battery that runs the car, and I don't know why it has to have this other one. I mean, I could look it up if I wasn't so lazy, but for some reason that's there and it's cheap. And the fact that this is a 2013, it was over 4 years old and it just wore out. So I went and replaced it today. I got a ride from one of my roommates and put it in, started a car, it just went right up, do it in reverse, do it in drive. I'm like, oh man, this is great. I got my car back. So if you have a Nissan Leaf and you ever have that stupid TM system failure, visit dealer come up on your screen and you can't go, the first thing I would try is, if you have someone there, try to jump start the little 12-volt battery. But if there's nobody there to jump start, like in the comments of my last video, someone said there was a truck right next to me and I should just jump start it. Well, unfortunately, we were ill prepared and didn't have jumper cables, which is funny because I was just about to get some for my solar setup, but I didn't have them yet. Nice box, huh? That was noisy. So anyway, if you don't have that option, then just go and replace the little 12-volt battery and it should save you a lot of money. You won't have to go to a dealership. And from what I've read, that's been the case for a lot of people, and it was the case in my personal experience. So a thing to maybe avoid being in a situation where I was in, where I was planning on doing something and couldn't because my car wasn't working, is to get one of those little volt meters. I have one. I just got it for my solar thing I'm setting up because I want to be able to test the voltage of my batteries to see what percentage that they're at, because I basically want to keep them between 50 to 70% charged and then disconnect from them and let the solar panel recharge them to 100 the next day. But if you have one of those, then every 3 months, 6 months, something like that, you can like come and test that little 12-volt battery and make sure that it's still maintaining a charge and doing good. And that should prevent that situation from ever occurring in the first place. So anyway, I'm personally super happy that my car's up and running again and that it didn't break the bank. I was really afraid that it would be some kind of dealer thing where they had to do it, and they just always gouge you. It's like highway robbery, and I didn't know how much it was gonna be, and I didn't want to deal with it. So I love the fact that all I had to do was get a battery, take the old one out, put the new one in, and the car's good to go again. So hopefully if anyone else has a situation, they'll watch this and it will help them out. And I'm just happy how things worked out.